kick it off. I'm sure most of you heard rumors, and I'm going to just talk directly, point blank to the rumor. It is no rumor. Richard has relieved all 4 primary officers from leadership positions. I talked to him on Sunday. He said because of the divided nature of our club, the piss poor participation on rides, the dwindling numbers of members at meetings.
How does he know how many people are at the meetings?
He is choosing to let go, terminate, we're going to call it. It's not a paid job, so I'm going to terminate. Relieve from command the 4 primary officers. And I asked him, 4 primary officers, that's me, Bill LaFleur, Franny, and Phil Nagel. He said yes. I said, okay, what about the other 10, 12 discretionary officers? Richard said, I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. Don't know, don't have a plan. I said, okay. But the 4 top primary that voted, he said yes, the elected voted yes. Those 4 of us, that's me, Bill, Fran, and Phil. And I feel badly for Phil and Fran because they're just guilty by being associated with me. And I'm going to keep this totally positive, okay, because that's been my whole mantra for this whole 8 months, is positive. I'm not going to bash on anybody, so I'm not going to say names. If you see people squirming, you might get a clue as to who it might be, but I'm not going to bash anybody. I'm going to keep it positive, keep it professional, and that's where I'm going with it. I asked Richard, Wednesday night we have a chapter meeting. You let go of the 4 officers. Who's running it? Oh, Jennifer will be there. Jennifer will run it. Okay. Hi, Jen. Okay. Richard is traveling. He couldn't be here. So I'm taking the ball, and I'm going to run with it when I'm finished with my say, and I'm going to properly hand over all of my materials to whoever's in command. Okay? And I'm going to keep this positive. And if anybody wants to say their mind after I say their mind, I welcome you to the microphone. And I brought this microphone for those of you who haven't been here in a while. One of the comments from a member for the hearing impaired Harley riders, they could not hear the mumbling and jumbling up front with all the background noise, so they asked for a mic. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, I hope I'm clear and not mumbling, jumbling. I hope you understand. I'm a little emotional. It feels like I'm going through my 2nd divorce. I'm supposed to laugh. So I made a few notes so I wouldn't forget something. If I have to fuddle with these papers, you'll understand why. I won't bore you with the bloody detail. I'm not going to read it verbatim, but I'm just going to hit the highlights. These are just my memory joggers. I did tell Richard, your decision, your call, your club, it's your business, it's your chapter, you own it. You own the company. You can do whatever you want. And I support you for what you do. I strongly disagree with your decision. I think it's a bad decision. I think you're going to regret your decision, but that's his decision. I'm going to go with it. Richard said he was tired of the drama, tired of the divide, tired of the complaints. Many members, and I've heard more than 50 members have been going to Richard's office and complaining about the direction the club is headed. I told Richard, your decision, you want to let all 4 of us go, your call, that you ain't seen nothing yet in terms of drama. I'm not encouraging anyone to do anything that you wouldn't do, because I'm not going to do anything. I'm saying my mind. I'm going to walk out that door, and I'll see you on the road. I want to finish my thoughts. I want to apologize to Tim and Bobby. I mean, and you guys walked into a hornet nest, and nobody deserves that. I'm not gonna pollute the well. I don't want you to say one side or the other, but, you know, hang out with Joe, your buddy. Just do what Joe does, and you'll have fun, because Joe has fun. Let's see. I've said it before, I don't play games. I'm not a gamesman. I'm not a player. I don't play politics. I never have played them. I never will play them. So this
What's
is
the
as
problem
close
with
as
Bill
I'll ever
LaPorte?
get to
Can't
that.
even put his
I'm
freaking
done
head
with
on.
my piece. I'm out of here. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm going to give you a real brief background. Okay, I grew up in a southern Bible Belt Baptist, as you count in Texas. I'm going to put my Texas accent on here. I grew up in Texas, strong Christian family, preacher for a granddad. I mean, didn't miss a day in church. Not a day. Went to West Point, United States Military Academy in West Point. They had a simple honor code there. Simple. The cadet will not lie, cheat, nor steal, nor tolerate those who do. Wow, simple. Even an idiot can follow that. You know, that just reinforced my Christian upbringing. I don't tolerate that shit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't play that way. I don't talk that way. I'm not a dishonest liar, cheater, stealer. And if anybody that I know does, I won't do it. You can say your piece afterwards, Sarah. You know, I truly believe that a person's character is defined by his words and his actions.
I have to kick her in the head.
Actions speak louder than words. And I have never, from my heart, I've never been dishonest to anybody in this life. Not one of you. I've supported you. I meant to say this at the beginning. Please hold your applause. We could be here all night. Please, comments and applause, and afterwards, it's open. It's all yours. You may not like hearing the truth from me. That's fine. But I'm not going to tell you something that's not true. And if you don't like it, and you believe I'm telling you a lie, and you call me a liar, that's okay. It's your beliefs, not mine. And I want to read this section because this has kept me awake for a couple of nights. And I put this in there because it came out of my dreams. All right? I want you all to know that I am so honest. I'm honest to a fault. And that fault is this, okay? When I look at a person, I don't want to put it down. When I look at a person in the eyes, I shake his hand, and I hear the words, I agree with your decision, I support your decision, do it. I take that word, I take it. That's a commitment to me that a man's word and his handshake is the truth bond. I honor my words, and I expect others to honor those words back to me. So when the same person flip-flops and undercuts me from the shadow and stabs me in the back while smiling to my face, that's my fault. I let that happen. It's my fault for trusting someone that should never be trusted. I didn't campaign for this job. You guys don't pay me near enough to put up with this stuff. You know? I only stepped up because people wanted me to, they encouraged me to. You guys chose me. If you remember, for those of you who've been here longer than a year or two, a few short years ago, we had a big divide in the club then. Okay? And I was an innocent bystander stuck in the middle of a political divide. I watched friends leave, but I was still friends over here. So I stayed, and I was like the rubber band man. You know, that's difficult. It's very difficult. Throughout that remaining year, people asked me to step up, so I stepped up, and I was elected, and then we started seeing, when I became director, we started seeing the exile members migrate back to the club. And I'm happy you guys came back, thank you. During my brief tenure, I did make some unpopular decisions. No lie. No lie. You might think I am, but no lie. I made some serious, difficult decisions. Every one of those decisions was fully consulted with the assistant director, fully, treasurer, and secretary, and the owner, Richard. Everybody that we spoke with was in consensus. Now, consensus does not mean unanimous, so there may have been one that says, I disagree. Well, but for the betterment of the whole group, the decision went a certain way. Richard was fully aware, supportive. I made 3 difficult decisions, or more than that. Besides, dissolving the chapter bylaws, which were sacred rules and secret rules, secret and sacred rules, they were dissolved. We adopted a simple